Grand Rising Wonderful Souls. My name is Bronwen. Welcome in. If you are new to this channel, it's really good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for supporting this channel. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting Loku's Dog and Cat Care Rescue. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can find all of the GoFundMe information and details down in the description box. I will keep it very short, but I will summarize because it's a charity that's very close to my heart. It's a charity in the east coast of Sri Lanka. It's very small. It does not get any government funds, so it runs literally on the love and awareness that is sent out by you guys. There are about 5 people, I think, that work there, not that many, and they care for street dogs and street cats. And because they are the only charity in the east coast of Sri Lanka, everyone brings any puppies, any cats, anything that they find. So they are constantly struggling. We have raised a lot of money, and I am so thankful to every single person who has already dipped into their pockets or shared the link and just got that, you know, awareness out there. But it's a constant struggle because there are so many animals there, and, you know, things like traveling inland. They don't have a vet hospital where they are, an animal hospital. They have to travel inland to mainland Kandy, which is really far away. All of that costs money. If anyone would like to be part of this, even if you cannot afford to donate, if you can just grab that link down below and just give it to everyone, give it to strangers, give it to as many people as you can, because the more awareness that goes out, the more love that comes back, right? Now I've said that, thank you. And please know that I'm not getting paid to promote them in any way, shape or form. I really love what they're doing there, and it's something that they're doing because it's not for fame, it's not for money, it's definitely not for fame or money. They're doing it because it's passions lead. They are helping the voiceless. So if you would like to be part of that, have a look down below. Thank you so much. If you're watching this from TikTok, please go over to my YouTube channel, which you can do by finding the link at the top of my page. There you go. I have been just stating and letting people know there is somebody who is pretending to be me on TikTok. If you see the profile and it's got pink hair and it just says Bronwen Cove Tarot, it's not me. It's somebody who's like, they're cutting the videos into like 10-minute segments. Yeah, it is what it is. Just don't encourage them. Now, messages that came through, the messages that I saw in meditation, I saw a hyena prowling, and it really reminded me of the Lion King. And like the hyenas, one of them was like really goofy, like really derpy, and then then there was like the other ones that were really sharp. And for some reason I'm seeing they're circling you, or they're circling someone in the collective. And when I asked Spirit why are they circling the collective, I got told star quality. There's something about your star quality. It's like going from being a big fish in a little pond to being that fish in a massive, massive lake, and there's a lot of sharks around. But all these sharks are going to they want a piece of something that you have. So why I got straight away, it's almost like a film producer or a music producer going, oh my gosh, you got star quality, and like really hyping you up, but they either have insidious like intent, or they're not 100% showing their face. Because I also got the message throat, third eye, and a mask. And what I felt was like something being clicked around here, and then it kind of like goes over the face and clicks on. And I feel like it's really giving me like Hollywood vibes of the contracts that people have to sign, and how, when you think of, for example, back in the day, Simon Cowell, like if you have watched Britain's Got Talent, I know you've got America's Got Talent now, we have Simon Cowell. He's the one that came up with this idea. Now Simon Cowell is very clever in how he pumps out, you know, pop band after pop band and stuff like that, but he knows exactly what it is that people want to hear. And there was a woman on there, and I cannot remember her name, Stacey something, and she won Britain's Got Talent years back, years back, and then no one heard from her. They're like, what happened to her? Because she had an amazing voice and she just didn't bring out any music. And it's because Simon Cowell wanted her to sign a contract that stated that she had to sing a certain genre, she couldn't write her own music, really forcing that almost like that collar. It's giving me like the devil card, like being chained, but you can get out of it, but it's quietening you. You don't get to use your voice in the way that you want to. You get to use your voice in the way that I tell you to. And then it going up to the third eye, it's almost like locking off someone's intuition and making them wear a mask. And it turned out that because of that, she turned around and was like, nope, take me to court. I couldn't give a flying F. Take me to court. So he took her to court, and she couldn't produce music for a specific amount of time. And then after that, I don't know if she did. She may have, which is really sucky to win something like that, get your face out there or your voice out there, and then be told, shush, you cannot be authentic. So I feel like there may be a contract coming forward, an offer in some way that seems too good to be true or amazing, and then you see all of these clauses in it where it benefits more the person that's writing the contract up than it is you, the person who's signing it. Okay. Now this message makes sense to me. There are other messages there, right? Now this other message makes sense to me, because when I was making my fake coffee, and I say fake coffee because I drink chicory root, I can't have caffeine. It does not taste like coffee in any way, shape or form, but it is what it is, right? And I have this thing of, I never finish all of my drinks. I never finish my coffees. They always get halfway and then they're stone cold. And rather than making a new one, I just pour more hot water in it and drink it. I know. And I went into the kitchen and I poured it in, and I went to close it and it just wouldn't close properly. And like, it refused to close. It would not squeeze on, like, you know, twist on. And the message that came through was, do it again, make it from scratch. Because adding something old to something new is not going to work. You need to bring in something new completely. And I feel like that is the message here for this contract, that they will have to redo something here. The other message that came through was that you are stronger than you think you are. And if somebody is coming towards you, and it feels like whoever this person is, they are a representative of a larger company, a larger something here. It's like a music brand or a music whatever coming towards you and going, we love your music. We absolutely love it. We want to give you this. This is the type of contract we want to give you. You're going to make this much amount of money. Bling, 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 glitter, glitter, glitter. Don't worry about the small contract. Don't worry about like the fine print. Like, don't look at that. Just sign over here. And you're being told to look at it, and rather than just going, oh, I want to amend this, this and this, be like, no, it needs to be rewritten again. I need a brand new contract, and all of these things need to be in there. And there is going to be some sort of push and pull. This is very specific, this reading, very specific. Because I know some people are going to be up in arms straight away going, well, I don't want to work with someone who's dodgy. Unfortunately, going into any type of creative industry, you are going to find people who are the sharks. You are going to find people who are the dolphins, let's say. Let's say the dolphins are the good guys. You're going to find loads of dolphins, but you're also going to find lots of sharks. Does that mean that you should never follow your dream? You should never go into that creative industry just because there are sharks there? This is the energy I'm getting here. I only saw one hyena. I only saw one. But the fact that I thought of the Lion King, and I know that there's more than one, and that the hyenas are supposed to be scary, but who is it that they work for? Scar, they work for a lion, they work for someone else. I feel like there's more than one hyena here, but we're just not seeing the other ones just yet. I feel like this is the one that you're being asked to be aware of, okay? The only other message that came through, because I know that I have been chatting for ages, is something to do with Archangel Raphael. Like someone's flank is open. Is that the right thing? Flank is the back. Someone's side is open. Like we have Archangel Raphael to our east, and it's a green flame. We have Archangel Michael to our south, it's a blue flame. We have Archangel Gabriel to our west, it's a white flame. And we have Archangel Uriel to our north, and that is a red flame, okay? And then you have Metatron and Sandalphon. This side here, when I was doing my meditation, it felt open. It felt like it was missing something, almost like when you think of football, and I'm talking about American football, and how they all get ready. And then they shout whatever numbers they shout, and then they throw it to whoever, and then off they go. there's something here in the formation that isn't working or has been removed, and it's got to do with communication. Okay, I feel like someone's going to be offered a contract that looks really, really good, but it's been designed in a certain way for you not to see, for you to miss the parts that are left open that leave you vulnerable. Okay, now that I have spoken for 100 years, I'm going to get the cards out. Okay. Right, where would you like me to go, Spirit? Where are we going today? Oh, the messy deck. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, I opened it straight. I opened it straight away. Sorry, I snorted. To promotion. And it says, life is sweet, celebrate. So you're getting a promotion. And the thing is, if you are wrestling with this message, if you're going, I don't want that, it's not for you, and that's okay. And I have to say this a lot in my readings. Don't claim it if it's not for you. You do not have to shout to the rooftops that you don't want it, because the universe knows what you want and what it doesn't. And if I do a reading and it doesn't resonate, leave it for the next person. It's okay to do that. Okay. Tell me about this promotion. Speak it into reality by believing you already have it. Okay, so we're looking at the law of assumption here. We're looking at the law of assumption. Tell me about this contract and the offer. What is it going to be? You've got scam email in reverse. So you may feel like it's a scam when you first are contacted, because you're reading the energy rather than the words. And I think there's a need for you to either gain some legal advice. Remember, I'm not an attorney, I am not a doctor, I am not a therapist, none of those things. I don't claim to be. And if you feel like you need any of those that support and guidance, please reach out to someone who's qualified before taking anything from me, because I do not take any responsibility for your actions while watching my videos, and therefore after. We're all adults here, right? But this scam email, it being in reverse, I don't know if someone's been burnt before. If someone's like had phishing emails. I had a phishing email like 3 days ago, and I had to speak to my other half, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because they were like, oh, I've noticed that you're using a soundtrack that is mine on, you know, in your content. And I was like, that's really strange, because I've literally used music once in one of my videos, but it was YouTube approved. I just don't use music. And I was like, that's really strange. Can you tell me which one it was? Put the link there. A day later, I get the same person now telling me that they are part of a services, like this music production services, and they're working on behalf of the same person's name who messaged me before, stating that I had to click this link, and if I click the link, it will then take me to their website, which will show what ones, you know, what it is that I've more or less plagiarized. And I was like, this is BS. This is BS. You can tell it's BS. And I feel like this email here is gonna have some sort of an essence of that to it, okay? But the fact that we have these messages going, do it again, make it from scratch, is that actually there is a massive, massive blessed opportunity. But we have to remember that when we talk about things like this, we can idolize it a little bit, we can romanticize it a little bit and be like, this is a blessed opportunity. And we kind of skim around the fact that any opportunity or blessings that come towards you with, you still have to put work in. You still may have an offer where there are other moving parts, which are people, human beings, who are coming into that fray and going, here's a blessing for you. You have to work with me now. Or you have to kind of like adjust, if that makes sense. So when that blessing comes in, there may be parts of it that you have to adapt to, or there may be parts of it that you ask the other person to adapt to, which is why you have to do it again, make it from scratch. Whatever this scam email is, which is in reverse, remember, it is in reverse. I feel like I said, you're going to read it and feel the energy and be like, nah, I don't want this. I don't want this. Do not miss an opportunity because there is one bad apple in the tree, okay? Because look, we got Fahu coming out and it's in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Loss or failure, because you're going to lose out on this otherwise. Low self-esteem, greed, discord, waste, poverty, stupidity, and poor judgment. I feel like the person who is the hyena is not you. okay? Please don't get it twisted. You are not the hyena. I do feel like whoever it is, that's like going to be your manager, or they're going to be the person that you speak to connect to this company. This person is the hyena. This person could be like a headhunter, somebody that goes out looking for certain talent, looking for certain people with certain skills. They do give the energy of like a used sales carman. And no tea, no shade, but I've been with my other half when, you know, we were buying a car for a friend, and well, he was buying a car for the friend, and they were proper slimy. There's some slimy energy. That's what I'm getting from this person. I'm going to put this one out as well. And then you also have, you are the only home you will ever know, and it's upside down. So this person's energy is very, like, you've got crocodile tears underneath. They really give like creep energy, but they give creep energy in a way that you can't really put your finger on it. It's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. You can feel it in your bones, and you know that you kind of want to keep this person at arm's length. But this person may either, like I said, be the middleman to this company or to this offer. They're the one that you're working with. You've got mental health sector coming out as well. So this person may have mental health issues. I mean, I don't really want to tap on that because it doesn't that's not part of the reading. It doesn't really matter. It does for them, but you know what I mean. So let's see. Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles coming straight out, okay? And like I was saying, there is this energy of wanting to, it's either rush things, give you this offer that looks really amazing, and then being really strict and rigid on and controlling the narrative of how you sign this contract. And it may be because they then get some sort of, what's the word, not compensation, it's another word, and my mind has gone completely blank, but where you get paid a certain like bonus, commission, there we go, it went straight back into my brain. They may get commission on, you know, getting, if you're doing, I don't know, whatever it is that you're creating. So let's go down the route of music, yeah, or art. If you are creating something and using the company as like a gateway into that industry, they may say that it's like a 60-40. They get 60, you get 40%. They may be like 70-30. And if whoever it is that's handling you, or is the, you know, that connection to the company, if they can whittle it down, they may get commission from that. And that's why you're being told you are stronger than you think you are. Stick to your guns, stick to what it is that you want, and be like, no, we are removing all of that and we are writing a new one up. And I do feel like when I say we are writing up a new one, that you may need to have an attorney, or you may need to have somebody who at least knows the law when it comes to these things, that can be present and be like, I'm going to read through that afterwards. We're going to make sure that you're not scamming, that you're not trying to skim off the top. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, this person, whoever this person is, they're a bit of a charlatan, but they're very good at their job because of that. And I feel like they're very good at their job, not just headhunting and get people into the company. They're very good at mentoring. I heard when they can be bothered. When they can be bothered. When they can be bothered. We've got the Queen of Cups coming out here. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune's in reverse. So the Queen of Cups, oh, the Queen of Cups to the Five of Wands. And then you have a King of Cups. So it seems like, yeah, there's something here about sticking up for yourself. You definitely have a Queen of Cups here who, I don't know if this is like a competitor. This is somebody who is connected to this hyena. I think the hyena might be the King of Cups. I have a feeling that he is. So I'm going to go with the Queen of Cups first. This is supposed to be a very nurturing, matriarchal kind of energy. And I'm putting it down next to the scam email in reverse. So this person may actually try and get in contact with you once they realise that you are about to sign a contract. You have the Five of Wands coming out here. The Five of Wands is about not working with others, aggression, confrontation. I mean, you look at the way that each person is kind of positioned. This isn't like a little boop on the head. This is, I'm going to knock your head clean off. It gives is it Rat Race? Rat Race. Yeah, Rat Race with, what's his name? Mr. Bean in it. cannot remember his actual name. Rat Race, I think that's it. And they're all chasing, they all want that $1 million. And I don't want to give it away if you haven't seen it. It's such a funny film. But they are really, they scramble over each other to get what they want. And I feel like with this loss, there's something going on here. With this King of Cups, is this a setup? This may be a bit, is this a setup? No, it's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. It's a promotion, but it may not be what you want. We've got the Sun in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune keeps coming out. Isn't that interesting? I feel like, and I say this in a lot of my readings, it's very easy for us to go, this is really bad, but that's really good. And how we create a narrative that's very black and white with no grey tones in between. But when it's just life and you are going, you know, on your daily whatevers and you get contacted by somebody in a company that you've been trying to get into that industry, things like black and white go out of the window. We use our intuition, but when someone's going, here's a contract, you know, and it doesn't mean that this person's a bad person and they're going to be like, here's a contract, you can't read it, you must just sign it. They're probably going to be like, yeah, have a read over, and not expect you to look at the small print. It's things like that. I feel like if you ask them to do it again and make it from scratch, their reaction and their response to what it is that you're asking for in compromise is very, very telling. It's going to be very telling for you, because if they get up in arms and they're like, no, I'm not doing that, then you can tell this is a bad deal. If they won't budge on what it is that they're offering, even if it means that it's not beneficial, it's not as beneficial to you as it is to them, and they are going to try and push this and be like, no, because look, you do this for a couple of years and then blah 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 blah. They're going to try and confuse you in that way. If they do something like that, red flag. If they are like, okay, let's redo it, my lawyer, your lawyer, whatever, then it's a green flag, right? So this is why I'm kind of like, I'm questioning whether this is a complete scam or not, because it doesn't seem to be coming through as one, even though it has little sprinkles of scammy kind of vibes. You've got the Emperor coming out to the Sun. So this is a business. This is definitely a business. It could be an entrepreneurship. And if we're going down the route of, let's say, musicians or whatever that may be, this person may have started their own production company. So rather than being one of the massive companies, they may be one of the smaller ones. And, you know, it could be their first or second year that they've been open and they're slowly bringing people in. I'm going to put down the Emperor next to the Four of Pentacles with promotion. Just be aware, though, that there's rigid thinking coming through here. There is definitely rigid thinking coming through here when it comes to this promotion, because we have the Four of Pentacles. This is control. This is actual control with the Emperor. It's giving energy of like someone being the silent partner, but they're the silent partner, but they keep telling you how to run the business, even though they're supposed to be the silent partner, and how they get more and more involved in the creative side as well as the financial side of whatever it is that you've been offered, to the point where it's like you're working for them rather than working with them. So just be aware, okay? This is not a warning. This is not to scare you off and be like, don't take any offers ever. Stay in your cave. Stay in a cave. Be a hermit. Be frightened of everything. Never. Not at all. If any of my readings confuse you, if they bring panic or fear, this is not your reading, because it's not supposed to do that. It's literally just supposed to give you what you already know, confirmation and clarity on what you already know. If it's not doing that, it's someone else's reading, and it's okay not to claim it. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles, please. Thank you. We have here the Chariot, and we also have the Fool to the Eight of Cups. So speak it into reality by believing you already have it. With the Charity coming forward, I do feel like there is going to be a little bit of cloak and daggers when it comes to this offer, okay? It's something that has potential, but it's also something that is not completely solid. It's not completely solid. And what I mean by that is I am really getting that this is either a small company or it's a company that hasn't been open for very long, or it hasn't been running for very long. And these offers of like, especially with speak it into reality, but by believing you already have it, is saying you haven't got that to offer yet. You've got a contract here and you're stating that you want A, B and C, but you've only been in the industry for a year and you only know 2-3 people in the industry, but none of them can help me to expand myself, or you don't have a distribution connection, or whatever that may be. It's like this person is building up some sort of entrepreneurship, some sort of business, some sort of something, but it's not 100% grounded and created and has that big solid foundation, has all the connections that they need. It's not there yet. It's literally not there yet. So this speak it into reality is like, this person hopes, and I'm hearing they know they're going to make it big. They know that it's going to work. They just need time. But it's up to you whether or not you wish to sign a contract, knowing that the ground isn't completely stable. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. This person isn't a bad guy or a bad girl. It's just, are you willing to place your security, your creativity, whatever that may be, into a business that can't give you complete safety straight away? And I think that's why with Do It Again, make it from scratch. You are stronger than you think you are. You really do need to stick to your boundaries of, this is what I want. And legally, if it goes awry or blah, 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 this is what you owe me. That's what I think is going on here, because the Chariot is talking about movement. It is talking about healing. Definitely talking about healing, about the duality between light and dark, yin and yang, feminine, masculine, so on and so forth. But what I'm getting from that, especially with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that Queen of Pentacles in reverse is telling me that whatever this offer is, they don't have the money in the bank just yet, or they don't have the amount of money in the bank that they want to have. And if you are, let's say, someone who is recording music, or you are painting and you want to do exhibitions and sell your stuff, if they don't have the money to pay for certain, I don't know, places for you to go and have your exhibition, or pay the distribution, I keep saying distribution for some reason. If they don't have that, or they don't have the warehouse, or blah, 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 how are they going to do it? They're doing it on a wing and a prayer, right? Now you have the Star coming out here with scam email in reverse. You also have 10 of Swords. I feel like you may be getting a message in some way from this Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups has come out quite a lot in my readings. The Queen of Cups can come out in the upright, in the reverse. It's the same. It's the same person. There's no difference there, because I feel like this person flips from their lighter side to their shadowy side. And that's the only difference in whether she is reversed or upright. But I do feel like this person is going to want to give you some sort of hot tea on the person that you may be working with. You may potentially be working with, maybe your boss, maybe that producer, this King of Cups over here. Now, the fact that between the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups is the 5 of Wands, there's something that went down between the two of them. They're not looking at each other. They are not interested in looking at each other. But the Queen of Cups is harboring something, because the way that she is like blowing into her cup, I thought she was upset. She's smiling, but look at the way she's smiling. She looked devious. She looks super devious. And the King of Cups is looking completely away from her. He is not looking at her. He is not interested. I feel like there is some sort of petty revenge that may come in from this Queen of Cups. She's planning something here. And I think this is the reason why when an email comes in, it may not even be, because I know I was saying before it could have been a job offer, and it may be a job offer, but you're definitely going to have some sort of communication coming in from this Queen of Cups that wants to tell you something about this King of Cups, about who it is that you may be working with. That this person, the King of Cups, is someone who's a provider. He's, you know, protective. He has an open heart. He's very, very balanced in his divine masculine energy. Could be a father or a father figure, or he could be almost like he can be put in place as like a missing father. So it could be that he has a fathering role in the job that he's doing. But you have to remember, we have you are the only home you will ever know, and it's in reverse. So this person's very good at playing a role, and maybe they have to as part of their job. Who knows, right? This Queen of Cups definitely has tea to spill on this King of Cups, and why you need to be careful. Especially with Feihu being there in reverse. And I keep opening the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I keep opening it. And the 10 of Swords. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune definitely wants to come out. I'm going to be placing this on the Queen of Cups. This person maybe, I feel like they've been left high and dry with nothing, with literally nada, absolutely nothing. Okay, Ten of Swords is there. This Ten of Swords is clarifying the Five of Wands and Fehu, which is a Nordic rune, and it's in reverse. It's supposed to be to do with wealth and abundance, fertility, all of those things in reverse. It's the opposite, right? We also have the Nine of Wands coming out. There's something that they're hiding. Because the Nine of Wands is about the wounded warrior. It is about the fight that you're in when it comes to your inner demons and how you heal and how you're taking time to heal, but you're not completely there yet. So this person may actually be fighting in court. They may be fighting with this Queen of Cups. There may be drama that is connected to this King of Cups, right? And it's also the fact that the Nine of Wands is about boundaries. It's about creating healthy boundaries for yourself, because when you look at this woman, it's just her by herself. All she has is a stick and a bandage on her head, and she looks proper stressed out, and they all have GUNs. They're all ready to, like, you know, pat, pat, and then she's gone. Like, her home's burning, but this person hasn't run. They're standing their ground. And I feel like this King of Cups may be having to stand his ground with this Queen of Cups. I feel like they're both very dodgy. Yeah, because look, you've got the Two of Cups coming out here. They may still be in a relationship. It seems to be a very unhappy one. The Three of Wands is about expansion. Okay, it could be also a little bit of adventure. And then you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So this is unhappy. You have the Six of Wands in reverse, failure and divorce. Two of Cups here. So they're still stuck on each other. They're definitely stuck on each other. And I feel like you have someone that wants to get in contact with you and almost like spoil an opportunity. And I don't know if this opportunity is for you or if it's for him. Okay, these ones? Yeah, okay. These ones, and then I think I'm done. Let me see. Page of Cups is coming out to the Devil. Okay, so the Page of Cups is a very young energy. This can be a very naive energy as well. Page of Cups doesn't have that much to offer, but they're still willing to try, right? Page of Cups is like teenage years, flirting with other people, feeling awkward. I'm putting this down on the Emperor. So this is somebody who is all of the kings. He's gone through all of that. But yet, when it comes to the King of Cups, which he is part of, you've got the King of Cups over here, there's something stunted. There's something stunted here. And we have the Devil coming out. This person seems to be an opportunist. There's something about money always slipping through their fingers. Them not being able to balance their finances in some way. There's something with, it's not so much to do with petty, because I do get with the pages, it's a petty energy, can be. But I'm not getting that. I'm getting it's more, it's like emotionally immature. Maybe emotionally immature is coming through. The Devil talks about our wounds, our shadows, the things that we haven't looked at, but can sometimes lead our lives, can sometimes direct us on a path that isn't for us, and we don't even realise. We're not even looking. All right, it's the South Node. Okay, the things that hold you back. This person is rushing in. Why have we been shown this? What do we need to know? What is it that the Queen of Cups is so happy about? Six of Cups, something that happened in the past. To the Six of Wands in reverse. To the Seven of Cups. I feel like either the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups is someone that you've known from the past. And I don't mean romantically, even though we have cups coming out. I'm not getting any romance from this whatsoever. I'm getting finance, business. This could have been a friend from years ago, for someone I had specifically uni. It could have been from university, college, high school. There's no, I need to say that again, there's no romance in this whatsoever. Seven of Cups is about uncertainty, because there's so many options, you don't know which one to choose. It can also be to do with fantasy and illusions. Yeah, so we have a Queen of Cups here that is going to try, and they may place like a glamour spell of some sort, or they may set the intention for you to not realise that what they're telling you, it may be the truth, but it's giving the energy of Seven of Swords. deceit, and in reverse, that kind of, I want to tell you something, I want it to land in a way that it really affects you, but then I'll just be like, oh, hey girl, hey guy, hey he, she, they, I needed you to know this, yeah, and then off they go. Now the Six of Cups here, Six of Cups is just about the past, it's about nostalgia. Let me put these in the right place. You were there, you were there. And then we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands in reverse is the lack of victory. Something, they're arguing over money. There's some sort of money that is owed. But why is this? Why have we been told about this? Why am I looking at the King of Cups? Sorry for that break there. Let me just, the angle's a bit wonky. There we go. Let's see where we went. Because I feel like someone here is hiding a secret. They're definitely coming forward with an opportunity. But like I said before, it's on unstable ground. Seven of Wands is coming out to the learned, which for me has always been the Hierophant. The Seven of Wands is about competition. I do feel like this person may try and push in some way. They may push to get you to be on board with them. The Seven of Wands, there's not an urgency to the Seven of Wands as much as there is a kind of sticking up for yourself, because it can also mean bullying. And I'm just realizing that I got that message. It can also mean bullying, because the Seven of Wands is like, everyone else wants what you have. This person here is acting like they're going to give you an olive branch, or they're going to do something for you that other people can't do. Because it is being shown as a bridge with a moon there, and the moon is all to do with our emotions, very much connected to family. Like I said, this person's got the gift of the gab. However, this person's going to try and charm you. They definitely are going to try and charm you. The learned being in reverse. There's issues with legality when it comes to this offer, or when it comes to whether or not they'll be able to cough up their end of the deal. We have the Eight of Wands coming out here. So something that happened in the past is definitely coming rushing back. It literally is coming rushing back. I'm going to take two more cards and I think that's it. So let's see. Oh, straight on the floor. And we have here two cards. Amazing. We have the Three of Daggers. So we've got heartbreak and loss coming out, and it does seem to be matching with that Fehu Norse rune that's in reverse that talks about failure and loss. We also have the Knight of Daggers in reverse. Okay, just stopping someone. What is this? This person doesn't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about something that happened in the past. This person could have a gambling addiction, or there's just something risky about this person. Like, this person will take risks that, there's nothing wrong with taking calculated risks, okay? Because how do you expand and grow as a person if you don't adapt to change, right? Or you don't try new things, you don't push yourself to expand your consciousness, or through experiences and meeting people and so on and so forth. I think that's awesome. A tiny sprinkle of risk is okay, but there's something here about the risks that they've taken in the past have not been calculated. And whatever they did, it caused a lot of chaos, and it's still following them. It's literally still following them. And there's something here with the learned, the Hierophant being in reverse. So they may owe quite a lot of money because of an addiction, because we do have the Devil here. They may have an addiction of some sort. They may be healing from this addiction. But if they, let's say for example, they have a gambling addiction, even if they're healing from it, they still have massive debt. And if they're trying to create like this business, and it's still in its baby phases or stuff like that, it's going to be really difficult for them to be able to provide or offer you stability. Okay. Yeah, over there. And then I'm going to go. Those born under the sign of Aries are affectionate, warm, and unusually big personalities. They can also be competitive, demanding, and headstrong. So this person could be a fire sign, or you could be a fire sign, especially with Aries being in the first house. This is very much about projecting the way that you want to be seen. It gives me the energy of the sun sign. Okay, we also have here Aquarius. So this person is going to be very, very pushy in how they are able to introduce you to a wider world of the industry that you're trying to get into. Okay, we also have here Libra, attractive, easygoing and gentle. I'm not saying this person's a bad guy or bad girl or bad he, she, they, but they definitely have things that are going on that they're not showing, and because they're not showing it, there's no trust. You have to be able to trust whoever it is that you're going to be going into a legally binding contract with, right? You've got looking at where the planet Mercury is in your chart will help you understand your communication style and how you process and absorb information. I think it's very important that actually you look into that, because it's up to you whether or not you take this offer. Some people are going to be like, oh, hell no. Other people will be like, I want to think about it. And I think it's very important that when you're going into things like this, look, I'm not legally educated or like trained or anything like that, but it's very important that you are aware of who it is that you're going to be working with, what it is that they expect, what are the roles, what is the paycheck, where does it go? All of these questions need to be answered, and they need to be answered in full. And I'm hearing that they need to be answered in front of a third party. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see more of my content when I post. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. I am leaving my readings open for another 4 days. I have a couple of slots left. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, send me over an email. All of my information is in the description box. If you just drop down and have a look, you'll find my email straight away. Just underneath that has all of my services, all of my costs. Have a look and see what it is that you want and whether the pricing is desirable for you. And once you have made yourself familiar with that, then get in contact with me and we can work something out together, okay? I love you guys. Bye.